Hey guys, glad to have you with us on this group tutorial on how to approve some RWA tokens and activate a BattleDog. So now that we have minted Assetdog or Assetdogs, like what was said in the last video, that Assetdog is not present in the arena to attack another player yet. This way you can always take your time after you mint. Whenever you are ready for that Assetdog to start playing, having others engage it, or for you to engage others, that is when you can approve your tokens for gameplay and activate that BattleDog for play. Okay. Back in the game, you can see our noob eliminator. You can see our Assetdog has an activation indicator or tier 0. You can also witness it has all the default values for a freshly minted NFT. Here is our approval button because first we need to approve some RWA, which we will need to microtransact with during the game. By approving some RWA tokens for gameplay, you are granting our game permission to slowly spend only that amount of tokens in microtransactions as you assail other players. Currently, with an activation tier of 0, this particular NFT isn't activated yet, so it can't engage in combat. No one can attack it, nor can it attack anyone. Now, if your tutorial mode is on, you will have a constant pop-up guide through this process for every gaming zone you enter. As you can see here when you click Start, the next thing required of us from this board is that we approve some wrapped RWA for gaming. So let's proceed to approve 10 wrapped RWA for gameplay so that we can activate this Assetdog NFT. Activations come in two types. The first time you activate, which means you will be spending some wrapped RWA for it. This will set your activation tier to 1. Then you can attack other players. The other type of activation only increases your activation tier if you choose to grow in the game. This activation type requires you to burn game tokens for each tier you grow into. The second type of activations are highly rewarding as it allows your BattleDog to mine or earn more game tokens per interaction than competing players of lower activation tiers. Like I mentioned before, you can find the approve button always to the lower left side of your screen. It says best over 10, so let's get that approved. You can also decide to approve every RWA token you have in your gaming wallet. That decision is yours. For the smoothest experience, the more tokens you approve, the less you'll have to come back here to approve your tokens for play when the game has run out of access to your wallet tokens. For those of us who are new to BattleDogs or blockchain and Web3 entirely, we have a very handy button here called the converter. If you have noticed, we have been going on and on about wrapped RWA. But that's no biggie. Excuse me a minute, please. Okay, wrapped RWA is just a smart contract wrapped version of the RWA you hold in your wallet. So using this converter, you can convert any number of RWA you own into its wrapped version, which should show up in the game. But I will strongly advise when you do your converting that you do not convert all your RWA tokens to the wrapped version. In blockchain, there is something known as gas. These are the small cheap fees you pay per transaction. Now, converting all your RWA to the wrapped version will be careless because now you'll be left without the pennies to pay on gas. So about 90% conversion is very much okay. Okay? Now know all BattleDog NFTs have unique IDs. So if you do not know the ID for Assetdog you just minted, you can always return to the arsenal and get that information. So heading back, if you know your way around, you can typically use the express menu option right below. So working with Noob Eliminator, whose ID is 15, we simply insert that ID into the activation prompt. Remember, all your BattleDogs have ID numbers. Hit activate. Now remember, each activity is a microtransaction. This particular action will take its charge or fee in wrapped RWA. While we wait on that transaction to go through, realize you can always visit the gameplay manual, which is the book icon to the lower left of your screen. It will direct you to the full game manual in easy read, giving you a backstory on your Assetdogs, an explanation of gameplay, how the game generates profit for you, the roadmap and token economy, yada 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 yada. All you need to know for those of us who love documentation and good backstory. Okay, now when we confirm this transaction, that is all this required for Noob Eliminator to be activated. So that's it. All done. We should receive a little notification to say everything's fine. As it stands, we can attack any BattleDog ID of our choice if we proceed to the arena, or the scoreboard where we can find a list of players who are available in the arena. Now back to our arsenal, we'll find the newly updated on-chain stats for our current Assetdog, Noob Eliminator. As you can see, our activation tier now reads as 1. Now let me show you the quick link to get to the scoreboard, which is a fast way to access other Assetdog players. Once you visit the game and format, which is an Assetdog to your left, and click on the numeric button, it should transport you to the scoreboard. There we can find Noob Eliminator added to the active ranks. As you can see, the scoreboard is where you will find other Assetdog players. In here, you can either assault or debilitate other BattleDog players. The more you do, the more points you earn. The higher your on-chain stats grow, the higher you move up in the value chain, and the more profitable your Assetdog becomes. For more options available to you, visit the arena directly at the home menu. You will also find a mini board that shows your experience points. You can click on that and it will take you to a leaderboard where you can monitor your progress amidst your peers. So thank you for joining us today. See you in the next video.